Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good evening to everyone, to all the panels and also to the audience. Okay, first let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Fazina as your moderator today, and also I will introduce all the panels. Our first panel is Anis, second panel is Fatia, as third panel is Huzaimi, and fourth panel is Hassan. So today we would like to discuss on the case study that has been faced by Ray Davidson. Okay, let me read the case study first. The case study is about the Ray Davidson listened in amazement as his student Frank Sawyer recounted his reaction to his National Foundation interview. Sawyer had applied for funds to support research for his dissertation and had just recently been interviewed by a foundation representative with regard to his application. He sat across the desk from Davidson, laughing and obviously enjoying in the success in faking out the National Foundation people. Sawyer had flunked his oral exam during the spring term, but he did not reveal this to his interviewer. Instead, Sawyer told him that he was scheduled to take his orals in the late autumn. The interviewer hinted that Sawyer was very likely to receive funding if he passed his oral. After Sawyer left the office, Davidson wondered what he should do, although Sawyer had failed his oral exam the first time. He was a good student, and Davidson felt that he would pass the next time. However, he was concerned whether a student with this attitude toward the truth would become a reliable scientist and whether he might tempted to skew his data to support his hypothesis. Should Davidson inform the National Foundation representative of Sawyer's deception? Okay, let me discuss about this case study. So, for the first panel, Anis, can you define what exactly happened in this case and what is the issue that has been arise in this case study?
Okay, first of all, let us take a look at ethical dilemma. Okay, ethical dilemma, also known as moral dilemma. It is a situation in which there is a choice to be made between two options, neither of which one resolve the situation in an ethically acceptable fashion, or vice versa. And in such cases, societal and personal ethical guidelines can provide no satisfactory outcome for the chooser. An ethical dilemma assumes that the chooser will abide by societal norms such as codes of law or religious teachings in order to make the choice ethically impossible. Okay, so in this case, as we all acknowledge, the chooser is clearly Davidson, and so he has to make between two choices. Okay, this is the problem that arises in this case. The first choice that Davidson must report Sawyer action lying to the foundation that he had not yet seen the test in spring. And the second option is that he keeps Sawyer unethical act, keep it as a secret because he in his heart he knows that as he's a lecturer, he knows that Sawyer can pass the test and he capable to pass the oral test if he take the test again. That is the issue that arises in this case. One is the ethical option, and one is is unethical action, unethical option.
Okay, so you want to say that Ray Davidson facing the ethical dilemma to make decision, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, now I understand. Thank you, Anis. So, the second and the third panel, Fatia and also Huzaimi, can you explain what are the course of action the anthropologist should follow and what would be the negative and positive consequences for these situations?
Okay, thank you. Okay, the course of action that the anthropologist could follow is Mr. Davidson make a report about Frank Sowell fraud to the National Foundation Board. This is the possible consequences of the matter is Sowell will not get the fund for his research that he applied from the National Foundation. Thus his research is not approved and this matter will harm his career to be a scientist. This is also will serve as a punishment for him. It also will be a warning to students not to committing to the same fraud as it is unethical and should be avoided in the present and also the future. In fact, Mr. Davidson saved the university from humiliation. Sowell will suffer humiliation, but it's better compared to the whole university suffering the humiliation. This is the same as the utilitarianism moral, where one action that brings benefits to more people is one that should be done. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Fatia. How about you, Zaini? What is your opinion on this regarding situation?
Thank you, Fatima. So, another course of action that can be taken is the Davidson is to allow the fraudulent to continue. So, in those situations that has been said by Fatia before, it has both positive and negative. So, you see after I explain on my point, on my course of action by allowing the fraudulent participants, whether it has more negative or it has more positive. By allowing the fraudulent to continue, Sawyer, Mr. Davidson is actually doing a big deal for Sawyer by allowing him to start his career by continuing his research. But the negative side is it actually is like encouraging a student to continue to cheat in order to achieve something. So it is not something that should be a tradition among the students in the university. Other than that, you can see that by allowing this thing to happen, Mr. Davidson is actually destroying his own image and integrity as a teacher. Not just that, how about the National Foundation people, the board itself? If they manage to find out that the school are actually cheating to help the student to get the financial help, the board people might not be able to trust the school again, might stop their funding anymore. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Fatia Ruzaimi. So we can see that there are more positive and negative consequences if Davidson take the action to report this problem to the national to the board and or if he did not take any legal action and ignore the problem that he's facing. Okay, so the fourth panel, Hassan, if you are in the same situation, what should you do?
Okay, thank you, Ina. So if I were Ray Davidson, I would definitely report this unethical conduct by Frank Sawyer to the National Foundation Board. It's because Frank Sawyer has done something that might give bad effects to everyone if the foundation is given to him. It's because faking in an interview is an unethical conduct from a student. Well, interviewers should be aware that applicants can intentionally distort their responses or fake during the interview, and such applicant faking has the potential to influence interview outcomes if present. Two concepts that relate to faking include social desirability, which is the tendency for people to present themselves in a favorable light, and impression management, whereby unconscious or unconscious attempts to influence one's image during interactions. Faking in the employment interview then can be defined as a deceptive impression management or the conscious distortion of answers to the interview questions in order to obtain a better score on the interview.
Okay, thank you, Hassan, for your views or opinion. So I conclude that here, Ray Davidson should report this to the National Foundation Board because it will give a lot of positive consequences directly to the Sawyer itself and also give impact to the Davidson. It is good to the Sawyer because it gives the chance to the Sawyer to change to be a good people, and also he can be a good, reliable scientific in the future. It gives a good impact or huge impact to the Davidson because it will not affect his career and also will not destroy his image. Okay, That's all for our discussion today, and you may leave the question or comment at island. That's all for that. Thank you.
Thank you.